Mr. Tech Guy back again with another video. This time it's a little bit different. I'm going to show you how to change a broken screen on an iPhone 6 Plus. Now you can see there it's completely smashed and we're going to change this now. So first things first, getting the right tools. So we're going to use a special Apple Star screwdriver to take out the bottom screws. We're going to put them to one side. There's two of them at the bottom, either side of a charging port. Like I say, it's not a normal screwdriver, it's a special star-headed screwdriver, so don't use a normal screwdriver, else you end up damaging them and you'll struggle to get them out after that. So now we can just go ahead, get our prizing tool underneath. You can use a suction cup as well, just to stick on the screen. And hopefully, if you can get it in the right place where there's no broken glass, which is difficult on this occasion because it's everywhere. If you do struggle with a prizing tool, you can just use a razor blade just to start it off, and then get your prizing tool underneath. And once you've got it prized open a bit, just take it down both sides. That's one side, back across the bottom. And then we'll take it down the other side. Just prizing it up a little bit as you're taking it down. Just pop it out as such. And then the screen should just pop out. Once you've got the screen opened, you can just pull it away from the top, and then it will be loose. So you can just flip it up at 90 degrees. So now you've got the phone at 90 degrees. There's two screws, which are just normal screws located there. Then we'll hold down the battery. So we want to take them off first. Always disconnect the battery before you start messing about with the screen. So make sure every screw you put down, because they're all different sizes, you want to make sure that you know which goes where. So put them down in a neat order. Try to put the brackets with them. So now you can just use your plastic pry tool to get your battery flex off. So you just want to get underneath your battery flex and lift it up like so. So there's our battery flex off. So now I can take this screen off. So same again, normal screws at the top. There's 5 places, and it's important not to get these screws mixed up, so take them out in order and place them down where you can actually see them, or where you know that they go back. So I'm just going to place them down in a similar pattern to how I'm taking them out. just put that off. Now we're just going to use our plastic pry tool again, just to pop the cables off. So make sure you clip the pry tools, just get underneath each cable. There should be 4 cables associated with the screen. Well, 3 cables for 6. Some iPhones you have 4 cables associated with the screen, some you'll have 3. This one's just got 3. So now we've got the screen off. One of the main things you want to do, especially if you're working on an iPhone that's got fingerprint scanner on the home button, is we want to take that home button out, because all the fingerprints are saved onto the chip on the back of the home button. So we're going to take that home button out and put it onto our new screen. So there's a little flex on the bottom of the screen, just connects the home button. There you go, that's one home button. So all your fingerprints are saved on the little flex that's connected to the home button. So we're going to get our new screen. Now what this screen I've brought is a full screen assembly, so it's got a new camera, new headphone speaker, and it's also got the button already on. But if I put that directly on, the fingerprint won't work, so I need to take this new button off and put on our old one. So same again, undo the 2 screws at the bottom. And I'm going to keep these screws because they're the newer ones. So just lift up that bracket, there's 1 screw, there's the other screw, take that bracket off, and we're going to keep that bracket and we're going to keep those screws, so make sure you know which screw goes into which side of the bracket. And this old bracket and with the old screws, I'm just going to leave it with the old screen that we don't need anymore. So I'm going to pop this button off now, exactly the same way we did it before. Lift the flex up and then just take the button out. And we go back to our old button, so just make sure everything around our old button is clean. Clean any dirt that is around the button. And make sure that rubber that's going around the button is on securely. This one's just came off, so I'm just going to put that back on. Like so. So now I'm just going to put that back in there. This rubber is quite delicate, just to get him in the right position. There we go. So now I'm just going to put that back in there. Oh, that rubber's came out again. plunk that button in, make sure the rubber's in the right place like I've done there, and then you've got two little pegs sticking out of the back of the screen, and that's where the little flex just goes into. There's two little holes in the flex cable and they just go into there, and then we can get our plastic pry tool and just put our flex onto there, which it is. So you just hear it click on, and then we can bolt or screw our back plate back on. So therefore the new screen will still be able to use fingerprints. A lot of people don't know about that button. We always think that if a new screen comes with a button, then it's okay, we can leave it on. But if you want to keep your fingerprints, you've got to make sure that you just swap it over. But make sure that you always disconnect the battery before you mess about with the screen. So that's our new screen, ready to be put on. So we're just going to drag our phone back in here now and get ready to put our new screen back onto our phone. So we're going to put this screen back on now, and to do that we're just going to put the cables on first, making sure that you've got your cables in the right order. So we put on the outer one first. Should just be able to push that down into place. Yeah, you'll hear that clicking. So then it's your middle one. The key is not to push them in really hard, because you can actually damage them. So we're just going to find exactly where it wants to go. So we're going to put him in the middle one. So that's clipped in there now. And then we're going to put this end one in. So that one's gone straight in for us. So that's now clipped in. Key was just taking the time, making sure that everything's in the right place. So now I'm just going to put this, so still holding the screen at 90 degrees, because you don't want to let it go anywhere past 90, because it will potential to break off the ribbon cables. So now we're just going to put those screws back in the exact same way we took them out. So this is why it was essential to just take them out in a similar manner and to put them on the table in the same pattern, so you know exactly where each one's from. Because all these screws do screw directly into the motherboard, so if by any chance you don't know exactly where they go or which screws go where, then taking a guess and putting a longer screw in where there should be a short one can actually damage the motherboard. So it's always crucial that you know exactly which screws go where, and that's why you should always take them out. Take them out exactly the same way that they came in. So they are a little fiddly, they are little screws. It definitely helps having a magnetic screwdriver. So now that's all screwed in place, I'm just going to put the battery cable back on, the battery ribbon, push that down into place, and now I can put my battery cover back on. Same again, know exactly which screw came out of which hole. I can confidently put them in knowing that it's not going to cause any damage by putting them in the wrong place. So now you can slide the new screen on. So to do this, we're just going to put the top in first. Make sure you slide the top down and then up, so you can't see any gap at the top. And then we're just going to work our way around the sides, pushing it down, and push it down from the other side, and just work your way around to the bottom and you'll hear it clip in. So we're all clipped in there around the bottom, there's no gaps. So now we get our other screwdriver, our special star headed iPhone screwdriver, which is that one, and we're just going to do the screws at the bottom. So that securely holds the screen down. So without these being at the bottom, we can have some problems with the screen lifting up from the bottom. So it's essential you put those in. So now I'm just going to take that screen protector off for the new screen, and we will turn it on. Looks like there's no battery life in this one, so we'll just get the charger. So just plugging my phone on charge now. So this will now bring up the battery symbol. So we just need to leave that on charge now for around about an hour, and it will turn itself on, and we're all good to go. So that's one new screen fitted. So there's a bit of a difference compared to the old screen. So we've gone to a brand new screen against the old screen. Bit of a difference. So a bit of a different video this week. I still will be doing my Tech Tuesday review, so stay tuned for Tuesday for that, and I will see you all soon. Thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, make sure you drop a like and a comment. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, so make sure you click the subscribe button underneath the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all again next Tuesday.